Hey, I'm Scotty T from Your Comedy Minute. I've got Risa Cookie J, a stand-up comedian from Bensalem, Pennsylvania. Risa, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you, Scott?
I feel like a woodpecker in a lumber yard. I'm a little giddy because today's your birthday.
Woo!
Happy birthday, Risa.
Thank
What
you.
is that? What is that you're holding up there?
My yay sign.
Yay, happy birthday.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
this won't air for about 2 weeks. So when people see it 2 weeks from now, they'll be calling to wish you a happy birthday. It'll be 2 weeks later.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it.
You get to celebrate twice. When,
Awesome.
when now, Risa, you have written down, because I wrote down some stuff, a hippie chickie that loves dogs and doing stand-up comedy.
Right. Um, so I'm a retired elementary school teacher from
Okay.
Philly, and I have a dog's pet sitting business now.
Yeah.
And I love dogs more than life, and I get to love and care for them and get paid cash. It's crazy how great that is. And then I started comedy in September, or actually August. I took a class in Philly. I
Okay.
actually signed up for a class before the pandemic, and then somebody ate a bat, and the whole world was canceled, including my class.
Okay.
So it took me a while, and I signed up for another class in Philly. And I was just taking a class to see what it was about. And he said, the most important thing is to go to open mics. And so I started going to open mics, and it just took on a life of its own. And, I didn't realize how much work is involved in comedy, and just becomes such a big part of your life, and I made tons of friends. I have a whole new community of friends, and we all go to open mics together and do shows. And I'm now starting a podcast with one of my comedian friends.
Yeah, I wrote that down. It used to be the host of Cookie J Radio, but now it's something else. What's it called now?
Well, so I used to do radio shows on the
Okay.
internet, and
Okay.
I started a podcast with my friend Josh, and it's called the Cookie Chicken Pot Pie Podcast,
Yeah.
or a cougar and a virgin. We haven't decided which yet.
Okay.
Um,
Well, and I saw a couple TikTok videos.
oh, you did? Okay.
You posted those on Facebook,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So
which
Josh
I
and
I was going to get to that. I was going to ask you, okay, beside because there's two parts. To me, there's like two different kinds of folks that I'm having on. Some are just primarily stand-up comedians, and others are more TikTok, Instagram, that kind of thing. Now you're kind of blending them together.
yeah, I want to have a social media presence. I think that's important. And Josh and I are starting our own TikTok channel,
Okay.
just our stuff. We did already. So I have my TikTok and then our TikTok, and
Oh, okay. So you have separate, and what's it called again? Cookie and chicken pot pie?
I think our TikTok is called the Cookie Pot Pie Comedy Show.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
saw one of the TikToks where you ordered a pizza and couldn't deliver or you couldn't pay for it.
right. So that's a short, and we're doing lots of shorts, and we're getting tons of views already on our shorts. Oops,
Is
sorry.
that do you have a YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, Josh has had a YouTube channel for many years, and he has like over 1,000 subscribers. He's had a podcast for many years, and I have a YouTube channel also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put the links to everything, when I air this interview. Um, Let me ask you, okay, so you started doing comedy, you took a class, pre-COVID, then you took another class. And when was your first, live stand-up? When was that?
Uh, well, I guess in October we had a big class graduation at Club Helium, which is a huge club in Philly.
Okay,
And
yeah, I know it. I used to live
uh,
in Philly.
oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Chip Chantry, I don't know if you know him, was the teacher. Um, And then I took an advanced comedy class also I just took with Betty Smithsonian at Punchline, Philly.
Okay.
And we had another big show. Um, and other than those two big shows, I've been doing just tons of open mics and hosting some open mics.
Okay.
And yeah, that's where I am.
Well, just again, tell me about your first open mic.
Oh, well, my very first open
Yeah,
mic.
that's what I want to get at. I want to get at the very first time that you stood up on stage in front of people.
Okay.
Not
So
not the class, not the class, but the first time, like in front of people that didn't know who you were. And
so the first time I went with five people from my class to a place called the Raven in Center City,
okay,
Philadelphia. And this
right,
place is known for they have so many comics and they put
okay,
new comics on, last. But I didn't get on last. I was like in the middle, and it was I don't know, it was cool. It was cool. I was okay up there. I definitely was super, super nervous, at first.
right,
Once I get up there, I'm a natural ham. I've been, in
okay,
front of people. So, it's just the anticipatory anxieties like, "Ugh." But then once you get up, or at least for me, I'm like, this is great.
okay. So,
Um,
obviously, everyone says how nervous they are, but once you got up there, it was no problem.
no, no, it was great. It's
Did
just
did
great.
you did you think you nailed it? Do you think you did well?
Gosh, I'm 58 today, and my memory's really bad. So, I literally, I think I got some laughs.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I bombed,
Well, can
but
you do a little material for me? Did just do a little bit of, go ahead and do a little bit from one of your, so I can get an idea because I haven't seen other than the TikTok stuff. And
absolutely. So, I'm a retired teacher from Philly. Woo! I have two cats,
okay,
two two adult children,
okay,
and two hot young guys from Tinder tied up in my basement. I'm only kidding. I don't have any cats. Um, I do like hot young guys from Tinder though, and my favorite part of them is shooing them off in the morning after giving them bacon, eggs, and their complimentary toothbrush. But Scott, don't tell anybody outside of this room because I don't want them to know that I gave you my last toothbrush just last night.
well, now that's not true.
Scott, you're calling me a liar.
You gave me a toothbrush the first time I was there. Hey, what's black and blue and doesn't like to have sex?
I don't know what.
The woman locked in my basement.
Oh,
There you go. When you did that about the Tinder guys, that's what made me think of it.
okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good bit. You want to
Thanks.
do it? You want to do another one? Go ahead, do another one.
Sure. So a few weeks ago, oh, sorry. A few weeks ago,
Okay.
I was stood up. I don't know why they call it being stood up. It's more like being let down.
Right.
But see, I forgot the beginning because it's just me and you. I usually say, "Has anybody been stood up?" And then I say, "I was stood up by a guy who looked just like you, sir." In the audience. I like to do audience participation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not much of an audience. Hell, I didn't even deserve a toothbrush. Well, Risa, that's funny stuff. Um, I guess my next question is, do you enjoy making the videos, like the TikTok videos? Are you enjoying making those?
Yeah, yeah, so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
again, that's totally different than the stand-up bit.
Well, sometimes I'll do a little video of my stand up.
Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't seen again, I haven't had as much time as I would have liked to spend, and what I'm finding is people have stuff all over the place, for me to try and find it. The links aren't there for Instagram or, for me to find all your stuff, but I will put all the links in the interview. But so now you've been doing it however many months. And let me ask you, do you feel like it's getting better? Like each show,
Absolutely.
each open mic, you feel like you're getting better?
Yeah, more and more and more comfortable, up there. Like at first, I followed my script, to a
Okay.
T. I had a
Okay.
script and I followed it. And
Okay.
now, I improvise and I feel good, and
Okay.
I can, kind of feel what the audience needs, what the audience wants more.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in other words, I have a set list that I use. I've done 105 live YouTube shows, and I always have a script, mainly because I drink pretty heavy and I would lose my. Kidding. No, I need a script whether I'm drinking or not. Because especially on the live shows where it's a half hour and it's me, no net, and I just go story after story and then a joke and a story and a joke and a story um but so you do go up on stage with a sheet or a cheat sheet, so to speak?
Well, I usually have it on the stool and
Right,
rarely need it. But I do like to have it still.
right,
I have a mentor who's a professional comedian, and he wanted me to stop using my notes by February. February.
right.
But I don't, like I said, I don't really use them, but I like to have it there.
Do you want to mention your mentor so we can give him props?
Well, he's
If not, then don't do it. I just thought we.
yeah, he doesn't have a social media presence.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem. I just wanted to, because this is your comedy minute, and everyone seems to get hung up on that part of it because it really is. And I'm trying, for me, I'm learning how to be a better interviewer, and it's not about me, it's about you and promoting what you're doing because that's what I want to do at this point.
Right, I understand. I actually used to have an interview radio show.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw a lot of them on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and it takes it, it's different for me because as much as I'd like to just sit back and listen to people talk, I feel like I have to, interject, and sometimes, a story will click with me that it reminds me of, like when you say Ben Salem and Philly, that area. I mean, I lived in King of Prussia.
Okay.
I lived in Horsham. I used to manage the Sam Goody in King of Prussia. And Phil, I've been to Ben Salem. I've been all over, that area. So, and there's all kinds of stories I have about living in Philly.
Okay, yeah, sure.
That was one question I wanted to ask you that I didn't get to. Were you born and raised in that area?
Yeah, I was born in Philly, like right on the outskirts by Huntington Valley.
Okay.
About 20 minutes from where I live now.
Okay.
But I'm a Philly girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to school in Philly. I went to Temple. I taught in Philly. Philly.
Right.
Yeah, but
I don't know if I can mention this or not, but you mentioned about being a school teacher, but Scholastic Books, is that you still with them?
not with them. I published some things for them.
Okay.
Many years ago, I published a bunch of poems for educators in one of their books, and my poems are still used all over the world. If you look up my
Oh,
name,
okay.
yeah, really cool. The District of Columbia contacted me last year. They wanted to use one of my poems in one of their books, and they wanted me to release it for them.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a very talented young lady.
Thank you, thank you.
I wanted to also, because, when I saw the owner of We Love 'em Pet Sitting, um, I have my brain is just messed up. It's bad. It's bad, Risa. My brain is just, it's like a sewer hole.
I hear you.
And when I saw We Love 'em Pet Sitting, the first thing that went through my mind was, do you have any idea what went through my mind?
No.
Have you ever had a pet that someone brought their pet for you to take care of, and that you had to say, no, come get your little goddamn dog?
Huh. Well, I did. I actually don't even do boarding anymore
Okay.
because of those things. I do drop-in visits,
Do you
but
see?
yeah,
Do you see how stupid I am? Do you see how? Because
yeah.
that's what went through my mind. Have you ever had somebody bring you a pet, even if it's just to sit with them for a while? Shut up, you damn.
No, it's happened.
Has it? Go ahead. Give me your best. Give me your best story there.
Okay. I had two dogs that I used to sit for, and I called them the diaper dogs because they both wore diapers. And
Okay.
one day they came, and the one dog, he was bleeding in his diaper, and
Oh.
he,
Oh.
yeah, he was really
Oh.
lethargic, and I just thought he was about to kick it.
Oh. Reese, I don't know if I can go on. I
Well,
love dogs.
I love them too. And I took them home, and turned out that they didn't realize how sick he was, and they had to put him down. But I'm really glad that it didn't happen when he was with me. Um, and then,
Reese, I
and
thought we were going to do something funny.
well, there's a second part to the story.
All right, all
Is
right.
that
Rescue this son of a gun, Reese. You're killing me.
he's gone, but the second dog came
No
back.
shit, he's gone.
No, he's gone, but the second dog
All
came
dogs
back.
go to heaven, Risa. He's up in heaven.
They go to the Rainbow Bridge.
Okay.
So the second dog came back, and now the second dog has become a barker because when he was with the other dog, he didn't bark. But now he's become a barker, and I can't have him at my place because I'm in an apartment. I can't. My neighbor called me at the supermarket. This dog's barking.
Right.
So I had to take him home, and they're like, "Well, he never barks," and I'm like, "Well, you know,
He's barking now.
yeah." So yeah, and then I have another story with a bird. Real quick story.
Oh, no, wait. Oh. So you don't just do dogs, you had a bird.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What any other critters that I want to know about?
I've had a tortoise. I've had chickens. One woman had.
Whoa, pump the brakes. You had a chicken there in your apartment?
No, no. I went to the chickens. No,
Oh, okay.
I do have four cockatiels. I raise cockatiels.
Okay.
Yeah, but one woman had a wall full of tarantulas, all in tanks. The whole wall.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, get to the funny story about the bird. I want to hear that one.
Okay. So I went to this guy's house, and he had a bird, and the bird was freaking out. And he said, the bird's just freaking out because you're here. And he wanted me to take this bird to my place while he went away on vacation. And I said, how about this? I'll take the bird now and see how he does. And I took the bird home, and the bird didn't shut up the entire time.
Okay.
And I took it back to the guy's house, and the guy was lying to me. If I hadn't done that trial, I would have been stuck with this bird for 4 days, freaking out the whole time. Like he lied. So I was smart. I'm a smart cookie.
Oh, that's why you're Risa Cookie J.
That's right.
Oh, Risa, you're cracking me up, man. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I would think you would be able to use some of these stories in your stand-up bit,
Yeah. I could. I could. I'm
maybe
gonna.
down the road.
Yeah. I only have one dog story I do in my stand up right now. I say, I walk a crazy lab puppy every night, and her name's Luna, and I gave her the last name Tick.
Lunatic. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, Risa, I want to make sure we covered everything that you want to talk about. If you have, upcoming shows that you're looking forward to, or even open mics or anything, or shows that you're promoting. You mentioned your new podcast.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what I'm promoting now. The
Okay.
podcast and the TikTok channel. And I'm always promoting my Instagram channel because I want to, build that up because it has all my comedy on it.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't see that, Risa. Maybe, make suggestions to people, not that I'm in, but maybe put those links on Facebook or whatever. Put, all the links, like on mine, I have the Instagram link and I have the YouTube channel link so that it makes it easier for people to find it.
Oh,
And if you go to my YouTube channel, it has my Instagram link and it has, even my email address.
okay.
So people can get in touch with you. Not that I know anything, Reese. Hell, I don't know anything.
Oh, that's good advice.
No, it'd be just because, in other words, I wish I would have seen some of this stuff so I had more to talk about with you.
Oh, yeah.
So, out of all the stand-up bits, in other words, all this time you've been doing it, do you envision yourself doing stand-up now for the rest of your life?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Stand up podcasts,
okay,
making people laugh.
yeah,
Matter of fact, what I forgot to tell you was, there used to be this girl on my Facebook, and every day she would post a joke, and I started to know her as the funny girl, right?
right,
So then I started posting a joke every morning on Facebook, and I got a big following of people who always looked forward to my joke, and and I would run into them, and I didn't even realize they were on my Facebook, and they'd
right,
be like, "I look forward to your joke every morning. I tell it to my coworker. I tell it to my
right,
son." And I became known as funny. Like now everybody knows me as funny. This is before I started stand up.
right.
That's just how I'm known all of a sudden, from this joke. And now I've taken it a step further
Okay,
and done stand up.
right.
So it's cool.
So you envision doing it for the rest of your life?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I
Well,
love making people laugh.
what's uh what's the plans for your birthday? Do you have plans to do anything special today?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, tonight I'm going to a comedy show that some of my friends are in,
Okay.
showcase, and going with Josh, who I do the podcast with,
Right,
and some
right.
friends. And I don't know. Hopefully they'll give me a little spot because it's my birthday. I don't know.
That would be cool. That would be
Yeah.
cool. Well, what
Yeah.
I'll do is if it's okay, I'll check back in with you in a couple months and we'll see how you're making out.
Awesome.
Okay. And I guess it's that time, Risa, if you can. I know it, everybody hates this part, but what is your comedy minute, Risa?
Okay, here's my comedy minute. Um uh
Oh, Risa,
Hey,
my
I got it.
God,
I got it. I got
that's it. I give up.
it.
I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna stop asking people. I thought this was like the easiest part.
I turned 58 today. I have no brain.
Oh, Reese, I'm 61. Don't start that crap.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, it's Reese's Your Comedy Minute.
Is anybody here left-handed like me? Well, we're the creative ones. But it really gets tiring never being right. And speaking of hands, I don't know why we call men handsome. They should be called hands all over the place. And I don't know why they say they're going to lend you a hand. I want them to lend me $1,000. So I looked up where that New York accent came from, and it's called arlessness, and it comes from the wealthy British. They drop the R. So butter becomes butter, and lover becomes lover. But here in Philly, we don't just drop R's, we drop whole words. And it's not because we're taking after the rich, it's because we don't care if anybody understands us or not. So in Philly, as a matter of fact becomes ma fact, and did you eat becomes jeet, and hi, how are you becomes yo, and what's up becomes sup. So in Philly, a conversation goes like this. Sup, yo, Jeep. Matter of fact, I did. Now, if you're not from Philly, I bet you didn't understand a word I just said. So in New York, they drop the R. In Philly, we drop whole words. And if you're looking at me, you're just saying she's drop dead gorgeous. Huh? Can I get a yo?
There you go.
So you have to say yo. Can I get a yo?
Yo,
Can I get a ho?
ho.
I ain't no ho. So I'm trying to I love that, and I'm trying to work in like different places, like in Boston they say blah blah blah, or
Okay. That was good. That was really good. I liked it.
thanks.
And for me, I'm from Philly, so I think the one part that you maybe could add would be how they swear in Philadelphia.
Oh. Well, I had one more that I didn't do yet, but I was thinking
Go
in
ahead.
okay. In Philly, instead of saying, "Hey, you cut me off," we say, "Bang bang bang."
Usually they swear before they start shooting.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Philly's a tough town.
Yeah, it is.
If you're an Eagles fan, or words, I've been to the Eagles, the old Eagles Stadium, and I actually have a video up about that. And yeah, Philly's a tough town.
We are toughies.
Yeah,
Tough Philly girls. See my muscle?
yeah. Look at you, Risa. All right. Well, look, I tell you what. Thank you so much for being on the show. I'm going to stop the recording, but hang out for a minute. We'll talk off the record a little bit.
All right. Thanks for having me,
It
Scott.
was my pleasure. Thank you, Risa. Just hang out for a second.